our pal Big Keith chimed in and he said, Game 1, this is his percentage, 70% playing. Game 2, 100% playing. He said, if we lose Game 1, AP is going to pay him. If we win Game 1, Buddy is going to panic and take $27 million.
Do we know that they've offered $27
I don't
million?
know. No.
I mean,
speculation.
Yeah, it's all speculation at this point.
If they're offering me $27 million a year and at least 2 of them are guaranteed, 2 fully guaranteed more years, another $54 million. I mean, you're really going to go to war over another $6 or $8 million per, but
total? Maybe you hold out and miss a game if you know that you're either going to get 45 guaranteed or 50 guaranteed.
Maybe he wants 60 plus million.
I think that's too high risk of a game you're playing. I mean,
that's a risky game of chicken.
But let me tell you something. I do have so much sympathy for Terry because he literally has done everything ever asked of him. And I do think he's just the highest quality character that you're going to find.
No doubt. And so nobody's questioning that.
I understand, but just re-emphasizing, it is a little bizarre, in my opinion, it's always been my opinion, that they're picking this fight with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're going to be a little bit, maybe a little dodgy with some of your salary structures on some guys, he'd be the one that you would be a little sketchy with, just based in for being such a great guy and such a great person in the community. To pick this fight with him,
I think it's just bad timing because they have all rough. The other guys are going to be in line after Terry. And
I understand.
Peters doesn't want to appear weak, and that he's going to budge and just capitulate to anybody's salary demands.
I know, but man,
and it's tough to pick the fight with Terry because of all the things you said. Like he's
with the golden child.
Yeah,
you're literally picking a fight with the golden child.
He's going to give you 150% every week. He's a blood, sweat, and tears guy. He's like the type of guy that you're super happy that he's part of your franchise.
He's everything you want. Now, by the same token, fans are also getting frustrated with Terry. I understand that too, because we can't comprehend the amount of money that they're throwing at him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just like, really? You're going to fight for another 5 or 10 million when they're giving you 50 more guaranteed or whatever the hell it is?
But also, remember, these guys' careers are short. They have to make as much money as they can in the compressed time frame that they're playing NFL football.
You start missing games, I would almost argue you're shortening your own career.
I don't think he's missing games. That's why I'm pretty resolute that he's going to be there week 1.
I think there's a chance he could. But I think he's so angry. I just think he's so upset about this.
I think he's going to be angry until about September 1st. And then he's going to realize we have a week till the opener, and I'm going to miss $900K. I'm not going to get a check this week. It's going to dawn on him with 6 days left that he's risking.
Then you really risk them putting him on some sort of list that he can't come back for X number of weeks. Then you risk, they could really screw him. There are things they could do that could screw him. So then, where his year doesn't toll, they could really just say, "Okay, F you."
It'll be telling to see what sort of role, if any, he has at practice today, coming off the PUP list. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
And them taking him off the PUP list was not any indication that they were closer. In fact, it was removing the veil of injury, and it was another pressure point that they're putting on Terry. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty obvious. Let's go to Gus in Arlington. Gus, what's up? What do you think? What do you put the percentage at on your Terry-o-meter?
I would say it's a 50%, guys, for week 1. And I think most importantly, it's the schedule because it's a short week at Green Bay. If he doesn't play week 1, it's hard to incorporate him for week 2.
It's a quick turnaround.
Good point.
Kingsbury has a game plan to not have Terry, and he's already complained that he needs Terry. And so for him not to be out there, I mean, yeah, Jaden Daniels and the rushing offense look good, but there was no passing offense to be seen in preseason so far. Mm-hmm. And teams are going to pick up on that. The Giants only got better at defense. And last time when we beat them at home, it was Seibert that beat them with 7 field goals. No touchdowns by the offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that early game last year. So I think Terry thinking like it's worth him gambling at least the first 2 weeks, $2 million to possibly get out another $5 to $10 million. If the Commanders
how's that going to play out? How's that going to? Okay, I hear where you're coming from. How's that going to play out for the fans? Because then you're going to look at it like, wow, Terry really. And I get it. You got to look out for yourself. But man, you're really hurting the team's chances this year. Not being there for a few weeks.
It's a business, and I'm okay with it. I agree with both sides. I understand where Peter's coming from. I understand where Terry's coming from.
Yeah.
And so like if we start 0-2 because Terry just needed to squeeze out more millions of dollars, and we end up like 10-7, and Terry has a great year, everything's going to forget about all that. Now, if we miss the playoffs for one game, then that's something else,
That could very easily happen. That could easily happen.
Terry's, I understand where Terry's coming from. He's got to risk it. Because if we start off 2-0, now he's got to take whatever. Now he's just got to come back with his tail between his legs.
Is there any chance? Is there any chance a guy like Josh Harris, who wants to have this great feeling in the community, that he ever just steps in and tells AP, get this deal done? I can't have this kid.
I don't know if that's the sort of owner that he is. I think he empowers good people to run his organizations.
He's going to let him do it,
and he
go to the brink.
He trusts Adam Peters to get the job done, to do the best thing for his team. I don't think he steps in, and I think that's a good thing. That's what Commanders fans have been dying for.
Maybe
they had Dan Snyder for 24 years, and he'd been better all the time.
I'm not looking at. I'd rather maybe as the owner maybe step in and say, "Hey, can you sign this kid?" I put it this way. If they trade him, I don't care what they get in return. It's a disaster. If they trade him,
I don't think
it's a disaster.
Him. I mean, if they trade him, I will be personally vexed. I will be flummoxed.
It'll show you,
very confused.
It'll show you that they didn't see any solution in sight,
and that they don't value Terry the same way that the fan base values Terry.
Well, that's already obvious.
What if they treat wide receivers like you treat running backs and kickers?
I mean, I think that's kind of crazy. Like, wide receivers are pretty important. Scoring points, last time I checked in the NFL, pretty important. And they scored a lot of points last year. If they trot out a team that doesn't have Terry McLaurin, I'm guessing they're going to score less points than they did last year. It's just a crazy guess.
I think, man, I think 90% he'll be there week 1, but I'm wavering on it, buddy.
So you're down to 90.
I went from 100 to 90.
I think I'm at 70. Yeah, right between 60 and 80.
Yeah.
I'm in that light green, heading towards yellow on the Terry-o-meter.
My Terry-o-meter.
I wish that Terry would suck up a little pride inside the deal personally. But, it's easy for me to say.
Why wouldn't you wish Adam Peters just give him the money that he wants?
I also do that too.
Okay,
100%. But I just want it to be resolved. Either way,
we all do.
Either way, I'm okay. Maybe you wouldn't be, Valdez. I'm okay with them overpaying him. I'm okay with it. He'd be the guy that I would overpay, and just say, "All right, we kind of made a bad deal, but I feel like we're all in for this."
The problem is,
if we don't have him, we're significantly less likely to be ultimately successful.
I feel like the Commander's stance is that he's an overpay at 27.5 or 28 million. And I think even that number is insulting to Terry and his camp.
I agree with you. So I agree with all that you said.
I mean, that's
why we're at an impasse.
Issue, yeah.
That's why we're at an impasse.
That's why he's going to realize that he has zero leverage, and he's going to come back and play and make his 23.5 million that he's slated to make.
And hope he can get more on the open market.
Or get franchised by the team. If he goes out and has 1,300 receiving yards and a dozen touchdowns, they're probably going to franchise him going forward. And then he's making his 30 million.
He has
locks in the 30 million.
He has potential leverage if they look like doo-doo against the Giants.
I don't think they're going to let one game phase him.
I mean, maybe he already does have leverage, because from everything we hear, the other guys can't get open in practice.
Well, that's why I've been saying that. Yeah. But there's been no budge. I'm telling you, they're dug in. Both sides are equally dug in. This is an S show.
Know what? Ground and pound team. Receivers can't get open. Going to run it with Debo, run it with Jaden.
I said that yesterday.
Ground and pound team.
If the passing game's way behind,
I want to be able to do it all. I don't think we're not good enough to do that.
Now, I think Terry's going to be there, but if he's not, Debo and Ertz are going to eat, and so is Eckler. Eckler's going to go from about
Doesn't
3 or 4 targets per game to
doesn't
about
mean
8.
it's going to work.
Doesn't mean it's going to work.
You're looking at it from a fantasy perspective.
I'm just talking about how the balls get distributed if he's not there.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be there.
All right, let's go to Kevin in D.C. Kevin.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Kevin?
What's up? I'm starting to panic. Literally as we sit here.
We're all speculating the money. Nobody knows how much money he wants. But Bullethead need to suck it up and get back on the field, man.
I agree, but if it hasn't happened yet,
what is your sense? If you had to say the likelihood of Terry McLaurin playing in week 1, what is your percentage? Are you at 100% like Cakes, or are you lower?
About 60%.
60.
I just don't understand Joe Harris and Josh Harris and his team. You own the Sixers. We see that's an S show up there, which you paying any and everybody that's not productive, but you won't pay a guy that's productive. It's like it don't make sense to me.
Right. And I just think it's crossed the point where it's beyond personal for Terry.
Adam Peters, they're about to lose their whole fan base behind some money. And Terry McLaurin, these billionaires want these millionaires to take pay cuts. I don't understand.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Well, they're not asking him to take a pay cut.
No, they're just asking him to play on his current contract. It's about time to play this music. I think it's apropos.
But you said it's 100% he's playing.
For you scaredy cats who don't think he's going to be there.
I'm not saying I don't think. Don't twist my words.
He still had it at 90%.
I have it 90%. Don't twist my words, Cakes. I'm telling you, though, that I'm anxious about it more than I ever thought I would be. I think that Terry is just a very, very prideful guy, and I could see him taking some financial hits based on his pride.
He's prideful, but he also, like I would guess, most Americans, he likes money. He likes getting paid.
I know, but he has a little bit of a buffer. He's making way more than he ever imagined. He's still a big silly.
He's not living paycheck to paycheck, Cakes.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't think so. I don't know what his spending looks like, but he's a sensible guy. I'm guessing he's got some money socked away.
Assuming the Commanders have made an offer for an extension, let's just say it's $27 million a year.
Yeah.
I don't
think
him
and Buddy Baker want $32 million a year.
Dude, I don't think they have. The reporting is nowhere near that.
Okay, well, what was DK Metcalf at? Wasn't he at like $32 million a year?
He's listed at $33 million per year.
All reports are they're basically offered him like 24. It hasn't budged.
Right. Okay, so let's say they're 24.
They haven't offered 27.
Fine. He still could always go back to that 24 at some point. You know what I mean? So if he misses a game or two,
he's making that now. He's making like $23.5 million now.
He misses a game or two. Yeah. He loses $1 million per game, essentially. Loses $2 million. But eventually, he goes, you know what? I did play that losing hand. My due 7. I took it all the way to the end. I lost it, missed a couple of game checks, and now he just signs the $75 million deal or $100 million deal, whatever it is.
You're acting like that deal is even like there. Like, there's no $100 million deal waiting for Terry McLaurin.
Well, whatever the extension is.
Yeah, but it's not going to be guaranteed.
$75
all that matters is guaranteed. Okay. I don't think they're offering him $75 million guaranteed.
Maybe they're offering him the Cortland Sutton deal.
That's what I think they're offering him.
That's why.
That's what I think they're offering him.
He looked at the Cortland Sutton deal and says, I'm a better player than him. I'm not signing for this paltry amount of cash.
I think they're offering him probably $45 million or whatever it is guaranteed. And he's like, and he wants way more than that. That's why we have this huge impasse. He doesn't have $100 million on the table guaranteed.
No. $100 million guaranteed. It would have been signed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, DK Metcalf's guarantees were $60 million. Like, if he got in that neighborhood, he's signing that deal.
Yeah, I think you could talk me down to $100 million. I think you could talk me down to 55% on missing game 1.
It's looking bleak, right? He's stubborn, dude. He is dug in. He's a prideful guy. That's why he's the player he is.
He misses a game, and even if he ends up, signing some inferior deal, he at least made his point. I wasn't respected.
I don't see him signing a less than market value deal. I see him just playing out his contract.
I mean, it hasn't been written about much, but what we don't know is the Eugene Shen factor. They may be stuck on his analytics.
But I could also give him analytics that show there are other guys that are outliers that have done it and that he could do it.
Of course there have been some. But their analytics may say, this is what the money is, and they're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Based on his age, based on his production, based on everything. All right, a bunch of people want to chime in. 1-800-636-1067. Where are you at now on your Terrio meter?